Hi, I'm Brittany, and today we're going to do a full body workout on the reformer. For props, you need a magic circle and a hand weight. I'm using 6 pounds, but you're welcome to go heavier if you would like. I have on one blue spring on my reformer. That's a medium spring. Let's go ahead and lie down on the carriage. Your shoulders can be out of the shoulder blocks. Take the pad of the magic circle and place it over your head. And then your palms are going to go on the other side of the pad. Toes are going to go on the foot bar, feet are parallel. Lengthen your legs out long. Let's just begin to bend in and press out. Bend, press. Your palms are pressing into the pad of the magic circle, lifting your head and your chest up. Belly button is pressing down towards the carriage, engaging your abdominals. Hips are equally pressing down into the carriage. A few more, getting a feel for how light the springs are, and we're going to add a little jump. So on the next one, option to add a jump. Keeping your palms pressing into the circle. Belly button pressing down towards the carriage. Exhale as you press out. Inhale to come in. A few more. On the next one, we're going to add a jack. So legs go out and in, fast land. Out, in, land. Out, in, land. You also have the option to do this whole series without the jump. Maybe just put on a heavier spring. My biceps and my triceps, my upper body is definitely feeling the work. Just pressing into that magic circle. About 10 more seconds. And we're going to go into a single leg jump. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way in. Your outside foot is going to go on the foot bar. Inside knee comes into tabletop. Inhale, exhale, lengthen out, adding a jump. You can extend your inside leg over the foot bar and then come back in. We have 10 more seconds here. Last 2, last 1. Both feet jump, heels together, toes apart for 4. And then we'll switch legs. 3, 2, 1. Inside leg jumps, outside leg to tabletop. Sorry about that. Option to extend that outside leg over the foot bar, come back in. My arms are on fire. We have a few more, about 10 seconds left. Four, 3, 2, 1. Both feet jump just for 4, 3, even everything out. 2, last 1. Come all the way in. We're going to take the circle out from behind your heads. Shake your arms out. Outside knee comes into tabletop. Your inside elbow's going to go on the other side of the pad. So the magic circle is going to go on your outside knee, inside elbow. You're going to twist towards me, bend your knee in, lengthen back out, squeeze the circle. So you bend, press, twist towards me as you squeeze. Bend, press, squeeze. Elbow, this elbow is wide. Couple more. And then option to add a jump. You want to jump out so you get enough air time So you can twist, squeeze, get your eye back in line with that foot bar to land. Soft landing. You twist, land. Twist, get those eyes back in line. Soft landing. Let's do 4 more. So 4, squeeze. 3, 2, last one, come all the way in, press out, and then just squeeze that circle. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back in. Whew. Now you're going to take that circle, place it over your outside foot. Inhale, lengthen your inside foot out long, tuck your chin in toward your chest, and roll up. Your elbows have a slight bend to them, pressing it, pulling in on the circle. Scoop your abdominals, and let's just begin to bend and press. Bend, press. Option to add just a little jump, keeping your hands pressing in on the circle. You don't want to lean back too much without that bend in your elbows, or you will rock all the way back. So just a little jump. For 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Come all the way in, roll back down. You might have to scooch back if your shoulder blocks are in the way. Now let's just take the circle and place it over our inside knee, outside elbow to inside knee. Interlace your fingers, place them behind your head, and then twist away from me. We're just gonna bend in, lengthen back out. Bend, press, bend, press, twisting and squeezing as you press out. Couple more, and then we have the option to add the jump. 2. Last one, let's add that jump. Getting enough air time so you can twist, squeeze, and come back for that soft landing. We have 6 more. Really twisting into the circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the carriage all the way home. Now your foot goes over your inside foot. Inhale, exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, roll all the way up. Have that slight bend in your elbows. Tuck your belly in. Let's just bend in and lengthen back out. Bend, press, bend, press. Option to add the little jump. Whew. Let's just do 4 more. 3, last 2, last 1. Come all the way in. You can just come to the side, and we're gonna do a spring change. So let's put on, I'm gonna go with 2 heavy springs. For me, that's 2 red springs. We're gonna do some side lying footwork into glute bridges. Headrest can be up for now, or if you have a pillow, you can go ahead and get your pillow. So we're gonna come to a side lying position on the carriage. Hips are stacked. So you have your hips bent at a 90-degree angle. Just give them a little push towards the foot bar, and you wanna make sure you have that filling of space between your side ribs and the carriage. Your shoulders are wide. I'm just gonna put my palm on the magic circle to help keep my shoulders wide. And then my other hand is just right there on my shoulder block. Your top foot is going to go onto the foot bar. Your toe can be slightly off the foot bar. Inhale. On the exhale, press through your heel to lengthen out, bend back in, keeping your knee in line with your ankle. So you don't want your knees going out or low. You want them just in line with your ankle. Really driving through your heel. Your belly button is pulling in. Chest is wide. Ten more seconds. And then we're going to do a fun little pull series. Last two. Last one. You're going to send the carriage almost all the way home. Just press out an inch. Come back in. You're going to go halfway out, almost all the way home. Now come almost all the way out, almost all the way home. Let's do that again. Out an inch, in. Halfway out, almost all the way in. Almost all the way out, almost all the way in. One more. Hold at the top. You come down an inch, back up. Halfway down, back up. Almost all the way down, almost all the way up. Two more. Speeding it up a little bit. Last one. Hold at the bottom. Big pulses. Almost all the way up, almost all the way down. Just three more. Two. One. Lengthen your leg out long. Bend back in. Now you're going to flex your heel, turn it up so your toes and your knees are facing the ceiling. Let's just begin to lengthen out, bend back in, press, bend, keeping your hips stacked. Your heel is just pressing back towards the wall behind you. Shoulders are wide. Whew. And even though your knee, it might want to come forward, just keep pressing it back. Last four, three, two, one. Bring the carriage almost all the way in. Out an inch, almost all the way home. Halfway out, almost all the way in. Almost all the way out, whew, almost all the way in. Two more. Hold at the top, come down an inch, back up. Halfway down, back up. Almost all the way down, almost all the way up. Two more. Keeping that knee pulling back, belly button in to your spine. Last one, hold at the bottom, up, down. Almost all the way up, almost all the way down. Just three more. Last two. Last one, lengthen your leg out long. Whew. Bend back in. Now, you're going to lie down in a supine position. Headrest goes flat. Take the magic circle, place it in between your inner thighs. Your palms can press down onto the carriage, triceps pressing down, shoulders are wide. Inhale. On the exhale, you're going to press your hips into the carriage and then tuck your tailbone and roll up into your bridge. Hips are in line with your shoulders, and then your back ribs go down slightly. Give the circle a squeeze. Roll back down, hips press into the carriage, tailbone tucks under, roll back up into your bridge, squeeze the circle, roll back down. Well, let's just do four more like that. 3, 2. Last one, stay up there and just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 8, 7, 6. Really pressing your heels in towards your glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1, roll back down. Now roll right back up. Outside toes are going to point up towards the ceiling. Your hips are equally pressing up, back ribs down. Let's just lower your hips almost all the way down and then lift back up. So your hips don't touch the carriage. They just hinge down and up. For 4, squeezing that circle. 3, 2, 1, stay up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your foot back down to the foot bar. Roll all the way down. Roll back up. Outside toes point up towards the ceiling. Now your hips go almost all the way down. Press back up. Using your heel to press into your hamstrings, or use your heel, press it towards your glutes to keep that carriage still. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, stay there, squeeze the circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot goes back down to the foot bar, and then let's roll your spine all the way back down. All right, now we're just gonna roll over to the other side so we can do the side lying footwork to our other leg. So knees bent in at 90, stack your hips. So I like to pull my hip, push it towards the foot bar, and then just kind of tuck your pelvis under. So tuck your tailbone, give yourself a little posterior pelvic tilt. That top knee will go over the bottom knee just a little bit, and then send the foot up towards the foot bar, to the foot bar. Inhale, on the exhale, press out, bend back in. Press, bend, press, bend. Exhaling as you press out. Really driving through your heel. Belly button is pulling in, feeling the space between the carriage and your side ribs. 4 more. 2, 1. You bring that carriage almost all the way home. Let's just do that little pulse out, halfway out, almost all the way up, almost all the way home. 2 more. I think we have 1 more. Sorry if I made us do an extra. Hold at the top. Go down an inch, back up. Halfway down, back up. Almost all the way down, almost all the way up. 2 more. Hold at the bottom. Pulse almost all the way up, almost all the way down. Big pulses. Last 3, 2, 1. Lengthen your leg out long. Bend back in. Turn your toes and your knee to point up towards the ceiling, pressing your knee back behind you. Press your heel out. Lengthen back in, or bend back in. I don't know what's going on with my words today. Press, bend. Press, bend. We have 6 more. Really pressing your knee back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the carriage almost all the way in, out an inch, back in, halfway, back in. Almost all the way out, almost all the way in. 2 more. Speeding it up. Belly button is in. Last 1. Hold at the top. You come down an inch, up. Halfway down, almost all the way up. You're almost all the way home. You come back up. 2 more. Hold at the bottom. Big pulses. Up, down, up, down. 2 more. Last one. Lengthen your leg out long. Bend back in. Shake it out. Let's go ahead and roll back up. And let's just get a nice figure 4 stretch. So your ankle can go over your knee. Chest is wide. Just press into your knee. And if you want to get a deeper stretch, you could just hinge forward over your knee. Let's just do the other side. Hinge forward if you want. Deep breaths. All right. We're going to grab our short box. And let's just place it over your shoulder blocks. So the box is going to go over the shoulder blocks. And let's make sure your foot strap is out. And let's just go ahead and sit onto the box. We're going to go into a little version of climb the tree. So your outside or your inside foot is going to go inside your strap. Foot is flexed. The arch can go right there in the pad of that circle. You're going to hold the other pad with your hands. Let's just bring our knee up, bend your knee, and flex for 3, 2, 1. Keep your leg long. Inhale. On the exhale, tuck your tailbone under, scoop your abdominals in, and we're just going to hinge back towards the well. You can extend your head long. And now you can take your hand, place it on your knee, other hand goes to the knee, and you can roll down further if you want to. Hands can go to your frame, extending all the way into the well. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. Hands go back up to your knee. Climb back up, finding your circle. Roll all the way back up. Inhale, exhale, tuck your tailbone under, scoop your abdominals as you roll down towards the well, extending your head into the well. Your hands can climb all the way back, all the way down your leg to the frame. They could even go inside the well to the floor if you would like. Big inhale. On the exhale, you tuck your chin in towards your chest. Hands come back to your knee. Roll back up. Let's just do one more. You roll down. Head extends long. You can roll down even more. Tuck your chin in. Roll back up. Find your circle. Come up. All right. Now you're going to turn to face me. Your leg is in line with the box. Opposite your strap leg is, your feet are flexed up towards the ceiling. Your feet are flexed, your heel is flexed up towards the ceiling. Soft bend in your elbows. Let's just squeeze that circle. Inhale. On the exhale, you're gonna laterally flex in towards the well and then side bend back up. Side bend in towards the well, side bend back up. 4 more like this. Your belly button is drawing in, squeezing the circle. 2. On the next one, you're going to stay down towards the well. Rotate towards the well, and then come back up. You rotate down towards the well, and then back up for 4. 3. 2, your core is doing the twisting, head just follows. Last one, take the circle down into the well, fingers point up towards the ceiling. Your palm is on the circle, and then just press into the circle and lengthen up towards the ceiling. You press down, lengthen up. Whew. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Come all the way up. Turn to face the foot bar. Outside foot is going to go in the strap. Inside balls of the feet go on the pad of the circle. Let's just bend our knee and flex up, getting a nice stretch in the hamstring. Bend, press, bend, press. Stay there. Inhale, exhale. Tuck your tailbone under, scoop your abdominals, rolling down into the well. Arms extend long, head extends into the well. Hands can go to your knee as you climb down. Inhale, exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, roll back up. Find the circle, come up. 2 more. We roll down, climbing all the way down as far as you want to. Chin to chest, climb back up. Last one. Hands can go to the frame. They can go all the way down to the floor. Inhale, exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Hand goes to the knees or your leg. You roll back up to your circle. Come up. Now let's just turn the face away from me. Knee in line with the box. You can tuck your foot under if you want to. Elbows are bent wide into the circle. Heel is flexed up towards the ceiling. Let's just side bend in towards the well and then side bend back up. Four more. 3, 2, last one. Stay down there, turn towards the well, and then twist back up. Twist through your core. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Your palm goes on the pad of the magic circle. Other side goes to the floor. Fingers up towards the ceiling. Press down, lengthen back up. Press into the circle, and then lengthen your fingers back up towards the ceiling. 4 more. 3, 2, last one, all the way back up. Now you could turn to face me. Magic circle. The magic circle can just go to the side for now. We're going to come down onto the carriage, facing the risers, and then you could just take the box and scooch it in towards the edge of the reformer. Oh, we're going to need our loops. So if yours aren't hung up, go ahead and grab your loops and hang them up. Let's put on, I'm going to put on 1 blue spring, 1 medium spring. You could put on a blue or a red. Go ahead and grab your weight and just place it to the edge of your platform extender for later on. And then carefully step onto the carriage. You can step onto the platform extender first. Come onto the carriage, grab your loop. Kneel on the box, give the loop a tug, and place it around your outside foot. And then you're going to take your inside foot, place it on the outside edge of the carriage. Your palms can press into the box. Slight bend in your standing leg. Press your heel back towards the ceiling and then sweep your leg back down to the floor. You press back, sweep your leg towards the floor. Wrists in line with shoulders, your chest is wide. You can take your fingertips up onto the box if you just want to use your fingers for support. Belly button is in. We have about 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now, as you come down towards the floor, you're going to add a squat or a bend with your standing leg, and then everything is going to press back up. Your carriage knee bends as your loop leg extends towards the floor. Everything presses back up. Driving through your heel as you press up. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Gaze is just right inside of the well. 4 more. Here's a fun little fact. Did you know red rain has fallen in parts of Europe and Asia? 2. Stay down there, and then just lift your carriage knee and lower. Try to get your toes to the floor. If you don't know me very well, I do like to add little fun facts throughout the workout just to help keep the workout a little more fun. 2. Last one. Come all the way up. Take your foot out of the loop. Send the carriage home. Take the box and place it back in the middle of the carriage. Make sure it's snug against the shoulder blocks. And we need to grab the magic circle real quick. And then we're going to come to kneeling on the box. You can grab your handle or your loop with your outside hand. Your inside hand, your palm is going to be on the pad. Other side of the pad is on the box. And you're going to hinge down, bending your elbow. So hinge your hips, hinge your sit bones back towards your heels. Chest is wide. And then press your palm back towards the ceiling. Send your fingers back. You press your palm back towards the ceiling and then send the carriage back home. Chest is wide, lengthening through the crown of your head. My gaze is just right inside the well. 2 more. Last one, keep your fingers lengthened back. Bend your elbow into a tricep press. Press back. Bend. Press. Option here, as you press out, your arm lengthens up, so everything presses up. And then everything bends back in. Your elbows bend and lengthen at the same time. Keeping your elbows in close to your ribs, hinging equally through your hips. Chest is wide. Last 2. Last 1. Send the carriage home. You can hang the loop up just real quick. Come onto your platform extender with 1 foot, and then, just for safety, and then pull the box back towards your foot bar. We're going to sit on the box and then turn towards the risers. Grab your handle. Then we're going to take the magic circle and place it. I'm placing it in between my shins, so one pad goes in between my shins, and then the other goes right there in between my hamstrings and glutes. Scoop your abdominals, tuck your tailbone under. Your free hand can just go to the front of the box to help support you so you're balanced, your hips are equal. bend into a bicep curl. So bend your elbow. You can bring your feet up into a modified teaser with that magic circle. Extend your fingers towards the risers and then bend your elbow into a bicep curl. Fingers extend long, bend back in. It's like you're resting your elbow on a tabletop, elbows in line with your shoulder, maybe just a little below your shoulder. Really tuck your belly button in, scoop your abdominals. 2 more. Last one. Extend your fingers towards the risers and then just hinge up. Bring your elbow back into a bicep curl. Inhale, exhale. Your fingers go up towards the ceiling and then back up. Extend up and back down. Just 4. 3. Whew. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears. 2. Last 1. Bend your elbows in and lengthen them back towards the risers. You can let's just take the magic circle out and place it around your knees. So you can just squeeze your knees into the pads of the magic circle and then grab your other handle or loop. You can hinge back, so tuck your tailbone, hinge back. Your palms are facing each other. Inhale. On the exhale, you're just gonna extend your arms out into your reverse hug a tree, and then your palms come back together, wrists in line with your shoulders. Really pulling your belly button in towards your spine, lengthening through the crown of your head. 2 more. Last one, your palms come together, and then they're going to extend to opposite ends of the room. So, go at a diagonal. My outside arm is going to where the wall meets the ceiling, and then I switch. And switch. Really hinging back. Let's do 3 more. 2. Last one, stay there. You're twisted towards me, and now just twist away from me. Carriage stays still. Your arms stay extended out long. Twisting through your core. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go the other way so we're equal. Come back to center. Roll back up. Whew. You can go ahead and hang up your outside loop. Grab your inside handle. And you can take the ring if you want. You don't have to do that option, but if you want to put it between your shins, other end goes between your hamstrings and your glutes. Extend your fingers long towards the risers. Scoop your abdominals, come into the modified teaser, and let's just go into that bicep curl. Bend your elbow in, extend back out. Bend, extend. Really tucking my belly, my tailbone under, belly button in. 4 more. 2. Last one, keep that bicep curl. Extend up, and then you press up toward the ceiling and down. Press up and down, just 2 more. Last one, bend in, extend your fingers long. Hang the loop up real quick. And we're gonna come into that kneeling position. Let's just push the carriage back, or the box back in. Inside hand grabs your handle. Outside palm is on the pad of the circle. Go ahead and hinge your sit bones back. towards your heels. And then you're just going to press your palm back towards the ceiling, and then your fingers go back towards the risers. Press back, and then extend your fingers back towards the risers. Your elbow is bent at your side with the magic circle hand. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. I'm recording.
Are you posting it anymore?
Yeah.
Can you just edit me out?
No. Sorry about that. Where were we? We were last one, pressing back, right? And then into the tricep press. So lengthen back and then bend your elbow. Press, bend. Option to extend up with the magic circle elbow. Everything bends back in. Extend up, hinging through your hips. Chest is wide, bend back in. Four more. 3, 2, last one. We need to do the legs on the other side. So go ahead and just set your ring off to the side. Come on the box and then just push the box towards the inside of the carriage. So you have some space. Your outside foot goes towards the inside edge of the carriage. Give the loop a pull. Inside foot goes around the loop. Your palms can be on the box. Let's press our heel up towards the ceiling and then resist the springs as you send your toes back down towards the floor. As you press up, it's almost like you're pushing through mud, and then you resist on the way back down. You could put your fingers on the box for support if you'd rather do that. Your chest is wide, gaze right inside the well, and my belly is scooping up towards the ceiling. 4 more, and then we'll add that squat. 3, 2, 1. You bend your knee as you send your toes toward the floor, and then everything lifts as your heel presses back. My glute and hamstrings are on fire. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee, keep your toes pointed towards the floor, and then you just lift lower, trying to touch the floor with your toes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. Grab the loop. You can just hang it back up and go ahead and put the box back so it's snug against the shoulder blocks. We're going to move on to a little plank pike combo. So go ahead and face the foot bar. Wrap your hands around the foot bar, thumbs over. Outside heel is going to go up against the box. Your inside foot can just come to the platform extender and then come up. Wrists over your shoulders. Press your carriage leg out straight and then send your inside toes down to the floor. Inhale. On the exhale, you're going to scoop your abdominals in, sending your hips up towards the ceiling. And then come back down to the floor. Exhale, pike your hips up towards the ceiling, really scooping your abdominals in. And then straighten your carriage leg, sending your toes back down to the floor. Let's just do 2 more, and then we're going to add on. Piking up, Last one. Pike your hips up towards the ceiling. Now extend your free leg back. Press your carriage leg back as you bend your free knee in. Extend your leg down towards the floor. Come up into the pike. Your leg presses back. You bend your knee in as you extend your free leg out. Now, press your palms back a couple inches. So your shoulders go back a couple inches, and then your elbows come back to in line with your shoulders. Extend your leg out. Press out as you bend your knee in. Feet go down to the floor, pike up. Your leg goes back straight behind you. Press the carriage leg out. And then your palms go back a couple inches, back in, feet down to the floor, pike up. This is the last one. Bend your knee in, press your palms out, come back, foot goes down, you pike up. Now send your knee out, bend back in, and place your foot on the platform extender. Grab your weight and come up so we could do some lunges. Coming all the way up, chest is wide. My outside hand has the weight. Go ahead and bend your platform knee down into a lunge. Carriage leg stays straight. Switch the weight and come back up. Lunge down. Switch the weight. Come back up. Your knee is over your ankle. You could rest your shin lightly on the foot bar to ensure that your knee stays over the ankle if you want to. Now lunge down, switch the weight, bend your arm into a bicep curl, and then extend your fingers forward, bend back, switch the weight. I may have done that wrong. Come up as you bend your elbow, extend your fingers forward, bend back in as you bend into a lunge, switch the weight. Come up as you bend in, fingers go forward like you're serving a platter. Bend your knees back down into a lunge, switch the weight. 4 more. 3. Lengthening through the crown of your head, shoulders away from ears. Last one. Bend down into a lunge. Now you're going to take the weight in between your palms. Can you extend your hips back just a little further? And then bend your carriage knee in and press out into your scooter. Bend, press, bend, press. While you're doing those pulses that we have coming up, you can think about the cool fact that koalas and humans have similar fingerprints. 2, 1. Extend your leg long. Press down your hips down a couple inches. Now just come up an inch, back down. You come halfway up, almost all the way down. Almost all the way up, almost all the way down. Inch up, halfway up, almost all the way down, almost all the way up, almost all the way down. 1 more. Almost all the way up, hold. Down an inch, back up. Halfway down, back up. Almost all the way down, almost all the way up. Just 2 more. Last time. Hold at the bottom, just 3 big pulses. Last one, come all the way up. Whew. You can go ahead and bring your outside foot to the platform extender. Inside foot extends back. We're going to do the lunges on the other side. So platform leg bends down into a lunge, switch the weights, extend back up. Lunge down, Switch the weights, hinge back up. Chest is wide, belly button's pressing in, ankles over your knees. Lengthen up, bend your elbow, fingers reach forward, bend back in, lunge down, switch your weights. You come in, bend your elbow, fingers forward, bend your elbows back in, bend back down into a lunge, switch your weights. 4 more. Last one, switch the weight, bend your elbows in, extend your fingers forward, bend back in, go back down into your lunge, holding the weight behind, under your knee, in between your palms. Hinge your hips back a couple more inches, bend your carriage knee into scooter, and press back out. Bend, press, press. You're pulling your belly button in towards the ceiling. Chest is wide, hinge forward. Can you hinge your hips down a few more inches? We have 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Press your hips down. Come up an inch, almost all the way down. Halfway up, almost all the way down. You come almost all the way up, almost all the way down. 2 more sets. Almost all the way down. I'm halfway up, almost all the way out. I'm almost all the way up. Hold. Down an inch, back up. You're climbing halfway down, coming back up. You're climbing almost all the way down, almost all the way up. 2 more. Last time. Hold at the bottom, and just 3 big pulses. Last one. Come all the way up. My leg is shaking. You can set the weight down. And now just press your leg back. Your palms are on the foot bar, thumbs over. Just get a stretch real quick. Nice. All right, now you're going to send your foot down into the well. And we just have the pikes. So 4 pikes. Sending your hips up, scooping your abdominals in. You chuck your chin in towards your chest. Lower back down. 3 more. Scooping your abdominals in. Last one. Scoop your abdominals in. Extend your legs straight behind you. Bend your knee in as you extend the carriage out. Your foot goes down to the floor. Pike your hips up. Extend your foot out. Bend your knee in as you extend the carriage out. I forgot this part. Press your palms back a couple inches. Come back in. Your foot goes down. Pike up. Extend your leg long. Bend your knee in. Foot down to the floor. Pike your hips up. As you send your foot back. Press the carriage out. Bend your knee in. Back a couple inches. Forward. One more time. Your foot goes down. You pike your hips up. Send your foot back. Bend your knee in. You press back. Come forward. All the way in. go ahead and sit down on the box. You can turn to face your risers and go ahead and adjust the box if you need to. And you could even put your, try to keep the loops hung up, but if they bother you, you can let them down. Go ahead and extend or place your hips on the box, pressing your hips into the box. Your palms are going to extend up onto the frame, over your shoulders. Inhale, on the exhale, press your palms up, extending your wrists, or your wrists come in line with your shoulders. Hips are pressing up, thighs are pressing up, heels are up towards the ceiling, lengthen back down. Let's just do one more. And now we're going to climb up and grab the risers. We're just going to bend our elbows in and begin to lengthen back out. As you bend in, you can extend your chest up, and then everything lengthens back down. Really keeping your hips pressing into the box. Engaging your glutes, sending the back of your knees and your heels up to the ceiling. 2 more. On the next one, bend in, send your inside hand behind your back, or it can go in front of your shoulder blocks. Outside arm lengthens long, bend back in. Lengthen out, bend back in. You can swim your legs. Two more, we're gonna switch sides. Last one, bend in, let's switch sides. Outside hand behind back, your back. Inside arm is just bending in, lengthening long. Glutes are on fire, my back extensors are feeling good too. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Both hands go on. Readjust on the box if you need to. Take a breath. Inhale. Extend your fingers long. You're going to bend your elbows in wide, lengthen back out. Option here to add a jump. So you're going to bend your elbows in as you jump and extend your arms out wide. Your elbows bend in, extend your arms wide, catch the risers. Really pressing your hips into the box so you're not sliding. Let's just do 4 more. Whew, I slid there. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Grab the frame. Send the carriage all the way back home. All right. Let's just come up to the box. Just do a little child's pose stretch. And then come up. Your belly button is going to extend down towards the box. Exhale. Scoop your abdominals and send your tailbone up to the ceiling. One more time. Exhale, scoop your abdominals up. All right, let's go ahead. Carefully stand off of the box, and you can set your box back. Come onto the reformer. You can set your hand weight out of the way. And let's just put on 2 red springs. Lie down. Headrest can be up. If it's not, there we go. Grab your loops. We're going to do feet and straps. I like to pull my loops together Put them on my feet at the same time. Heels together, toes apart, feet flexed, tailbone is down. Inhale, on the exhale, lengthen your legs out. Bend back in, knees in line with hips. Press out, bend back in. Belly button is pressing into the carriage, hips equally pressing down, shoulders wide and relaxed. Let's just do 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend your toes up towards the ceiling. Bend your knees back into frog. Lengthen your legs back out. So you send your toes up towards the ceiling. Tailbone stays anchored. Bend your knees into frog. Carriage stays still. And then lengthen your legs back out. Let's just do 2 more. Last one. Your legs lengthen out. Feet go parallel. Send your toes up towards the ceiling. Tailbone stays anchored. Feel that nice hamstring stretch. And then press back down. About a 45-degree angle, no arching in the back. Lengthen back up. Feeling that nice hamstring stretch. Inhale. Now exhale. Press through your hamstrings, making it more muscular as you press back down. Couple more. Last one. Let's bring our heels together. Outside leg is going to go out straight as you bend your inside knee in. Exhale as you press out. Heels come together. Switch legs. Outside knee bends. Inside leg goes out straight. Press together. Nice stretch in your inner thighs. 2 more. Last one. Everything's evened out. Heels together. Put your feet together. Bend your knees in. Grab your loops. Your elbows are going to come to your knees. Elbows press into your knees as you're pulling on the loops. Deep breath. Rocking your hips back and forth. And then pull your feet down to the carriage. You can grab your straps. Sending your belly button up to the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale. Grab your loops. Hang them up. You can send your knees over the foot bar, tuck your chin into your chest, and roll up. We are all done with today's workout. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day.